session. Sorry if I'm putting like my face super close. I have this eye infection, I think in both my eyes, and I'm not wearing my contacts, and my glasses aren't working either, so I can't really see much. But hopefully we can get through this whole thing together. So let me share my screen, and for those of you who aren't here, I think there's 2 people who aren't here. We're doing a classwork that you'll find there. Let's see who's here. Oh, there's Horst. That you'll find there, and it's relating to that old PDF that we started doing. We did 2 of the freshman issues. You'll find it back on the stream or back on the classwork on the materials. It's in here, and I think it's a good time. So if you are still writing, that's okay. I just want to hear from you guys. Which ones did you guys choose? So let me start with Sierra and see if her mic is working. Are you done, hun, or you're still working?
I'm still working. I'm pretty much done with the first one.
Okay.
We're supposed to choose different ones, right?
Yes, choose different ones. All right, then do you guys need more time? Maybe 5 more minutes?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, that's a consensus. Perfect. All right, so I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my coffee then. And while that goes on, you guys can keep working.
Well, I can't print right now, but I'm on Zoom because right now.
Jesus Christ.
What's the password, Coda?
Chai, your mic's still on.
Must be a serious part.
Okay, all right. So I just want to debrief it a little bit. We have been talking about this topic throughout these months, and knowing that a lot of you guys are going off to college or to the workforce. Actually, I don't think there's anyone here who is not going into college, which is pretty exciting. So let me start with see if Riley, can you share with us? Is your mic working? Oh, there it is. Okay.
So I came in late, so I'm not done writing. I'm still working.
Oh, that's okay. But you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing the home ties and finances.
Got it. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Then let me go to Sky. Can you share with us, Sky? There it is. Oops.
Do we have to pick two, or can we just go one?
Go ahead and pick two. But if you're done with one, you can still submit it like that. Let's see, where's Sky? Right there. Okay, there she is. Okay, go ahead, honey.
Is it mandatory that I share what I wrote?
No, just whichever one you want to share.
I guess the roommate one, it just kind of depends on who it is.
Okay. Have you, so you are going to live on campus, or you're going to be?
I'm going to be staying with family.
Okay, so you're going to probably live with family. So that is one issue that worries you and how it's going to work. Okay, thank you. All right, let me go to, I think Cheyenne might be done. Cheyenne, are you done, honey?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and share it with us really quick.
Okay. Well, I just did basically living with a roommate because I'm going to be living on campus.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm like kind of excited and scared about that. But like, but like I've kind of lived with like someone in the same room forever because of my like sister and my brother. So I guess I'm in a way used to it. But also they have like a living survey to where you like stay like how you live and like your interests and all this stuff. So I think that will really help a lot because then we'll have somewhat of similar interests and stuff. Yeah. And then my other one was social issues.
Okay.
And I basically said like the 3 things that would help me is 1, living on campus, joining the clubs, and then kind of like trying new things that are out of my comfort zone, but that like don't go against my like values and stuff.
Right.
I said like those were my 3 biggest things.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it's nerve-wracking to meet people, just because, like you said, it goes out of our comfort zones, and when you go to college, it's really stepping away from what you've known throughout your life. But nonetheless, it's an exciting thing. So I really, really hope. And then I think you always have the option of switching away. So I don't know how that would work, but just have that in mind. If it doesn't work, I think you should be able to switch. It's not like you're stuck there forever. So just make it work. Good. I'm glad. All right. Let me see if I can hear. I think Rosita might be done. Rosita, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
My main one was home ties. I feel like it's important to stay connected with your family. I feel like some people forget to like contact their family or like check in every once in a while, just because of their crazy schedule and new life that they have. So I think that calling home or emailing just to check in, make sure that your family knows that you're all right and you're doing okay I think that's really important. And as for the like high school relationship part to that, I don't really think that people should break up just because they're like, oh, I'm going to college now, I have to, leave this entire high school life behind. I don't really know, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, that works. Well, let's see. From personal experience, unless they're around you, or that you're, that you keep intentional
Yeah.
contact with some people, you might forget, or at least you might not know from people or hear from people for a long time, which doesn't mean your ties kind of are broken or anything like that. It's just, people choose different paths. But if you find them anywhere, you can probably, go back to your memories and whatnot. So for everything that you are talking about, you have to stay intentional about. Like, if you really, if it's in your heart and in your mind that you're going to keep in touch with your family, you have to keep it as like an intentional thing that you're going to be doing. Like, not just kind of like a wish, like, oh, I wish I would talk to my family or see them or whatever. It's more like, okay, I gotta get there every other week or once a month or call them. It's got to be intentional. So yeah, that I think that's one of the biggest things. And of course, you're living away now, so that you're even starting a little bit before that. So I think you can already see how different your life is now than when you used to be in your house. So, all right, those are all good. Let me see. I'm kind of hiding it because my face is horrible today. Let me see. Let me go to here. Let me go to Horst. He was disconnected for a little bit. Horst, are you done writing, honey?
I'm not done writing, but I do know what I'm going to do.
There you go. You can share with us really quick, and then you can go back to writing.
Yeah, a campus job.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm applying for jobs like now.
Oh, I heard.
already,
Yes. Uh-huh.
Because I'm starting to live somewhere else, so I need to do that.
Right.
And I've gotten 0 calls back, and it's going to be really, really hard to work and go to college at the same time, because it's kind of hard to get a job while I'm in high school because of the schedule conflict.
Yes. So the good thing about college is that you have a lot more time because you don't go to school every day. So I think by now you've seen the I don't know if you've signed up for classes or not, or at least you've seen a schedule.
Palomar hasn't accepted me yet.
What do you mean?
Like, I applied to Palomar, but they haven't accepted me yet. So I can't apply for Calabasas yet.
They haven't sent you they don't accept people per se. Palomar, yeah, it doesn't work like that. What they do is they send you like a confirmation email or something like that they've received your application.
Yeah, well, I haven't
done any of that?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. Let me check in with Miss T, because that's worrisome. So that she can follow up with you. Because yeah, it's my understanding that any community college doesn't reject or accept people. Like, what it does, it just sends, okay, we got your application. Now these are the next steps. Yeah, and then for the job, well, you already know how everything is closed, basically. So anywhere that you may think of for the next, I don't know, the next 2 weeks might not call you. So don't get discouraged if they don't. There's just no business right now, right? But there's other alternative ways. But let me talk to Miss T about your situation, because that's worrisome that you haven't received anything. And you're 100% sure that you turned in your application, submitted it. You didn't just start it, you submitted it.
Yeah, I submitted it whenever the Palomar College guys went over and
came in. Oh, see, that's even more worrisome, because they should have known. Okay. Is there anyone else here who signed up to Palomar?
Yeah, I did.
And they sent you something?
Yeah.
What do they send you?
Let me find it. Hold on.
Okay. I know it's some sort of confirmation. And then Horst, did you use your school email by any chance when you were signing up to the school?
No, I ended up using my personal email because
okay.
my school email got banned from that site for some reason. It was really weird.
Yeah, no, it's not that it gets banned. I think school emails just blocks everything out, and Cheyenne was chatted that, and I think that's true. But if you use your personal email and you've checked your checked your trash, nothing is in there.
So you like after you applied to Palomar, you should get a confirmation, and then like the your email thing that they have kind of created for you, and then you have to do that. And yeah, it should.
Okay, so confirmation with info about.
And then like info if you were a student there, and then they give you.
They emailed me 4 days ago saying that I got in, but I didn't notice it because it was in the spam folder.
There you go. Okay. Well, that's good. I am so glad that we had this conversation now. Great. So you have it then. All right. So you're all good. Now all you got to do is follow the instructions that they tell you right there. So maybe after class you can do that.
Isn't it decision day tomorrow?
What was that?
I said, isn't it decision day tomorrow?
I don't know. Is it? Like where you have to choose if you're going in there?
Yeah.
Maybe it is. So, Horst, make sure that you do that like ASAP. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. That's good. I'm so glad we had this conversation. Otherwise, you would have been lost, honey. Let me just close that. Okay. Let me go to... Who's here? Let's see. Riley did. Horst did. I think Josh's thing doesn't work. So we'll skip him. Oh, Sierra, go ahead and tell us one of the issues that you wrote about, honey. There she is. Okay.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me pull it up. So I did the same as Shy. I did 2 social issues and 7 living with a roommate. Mm-hmm. So the whole like social issues thing, like I think it's actually like important to be involved. That's like the main reason why people want you to live your freshman year on campus. And I feel like a main thing is it's just like so you're not alone, and it's like to help you get through it. Like they can be a resource to you. You can join study groups. They can help you further understand like the material you're getting and like increase your skills and motivation like along the way.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
And then so the whole living with a roommate, I think will be kind of like really nice and exciting to know I won't be alone. Like I'll look over at 2 a.m. and realize I'm not the only one studying.
That helps a lot, actually.
Yeah, and also I kind of have like a higher tolerance for like annoying people, given I grew up with 3 brothers. So like noise, talking, a little bit of a mess, like it's not too bad as long as they're not like super invasive over me and not too much of a slob, because then like leaving food or whatever is kind of gross. Like whatever, I don't know if you're even allowed to do that, but I wouldn't want that.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, and then it can also help with like your social skills, meeting new people and staying social. And that's it.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so we're gonna stop here. I wish we could share more. We have about 15 minutes, so go ahead and pull up your notes. The ones that you guys did the map for. So grab your map. Maybe it's in Google Classroom if you've submitted it. We're gonna be talking about that. Sorry, my eye is so itchy. I've been dealing with this infection for like 3 days now, and I thought it was gonna go away by itself, but I think I definitely need to go get some medicine because my eyes are just itchy all the time, and I've been just kind of allergies. No, I don't even think it's allergies anymore. It started off as allergies. I might have made it worse because I rub them so much. And then they got super irritated, and now they're just red all the time, and they hurt and they itch. And I just
I
put my
know
contact.
someone that has really bad allergy and they
Uh-huh.
itch their eyes and they end up actually swollen and red.
See, I don't want that.
That happens to me.
Yeah, you should get the allergy eye drops thing. And
I
maybe
have
just see if it
one,
works.
but honestly, I don't even think it's working. I think it's just, yeah.
Is
I
it
think it's not even for,
aloe?
yeah, I don't think it's allergy. I think it's just like eye relief because, man.
Yeah, get the aloe allergy ones. Those are the
Okay.
good kind.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to the pharmacy today because it's.
I also need to get my eyes checked. They've gotten so bad.
Like your eyesight?
Yes.
Oh, man.
I made an appointment, but they had to cancel it because of the corona.
I know. I was supposed to get my glasses March or yeah, March or April, and then I couldn't go. They're all
Now
closed.
I'm sad because I was gonna get contacts too that day.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
worry, you're gonna miss much. They're horrible, but I mean they're good because you have to be carrying glasses, but it's so much. Anyway, okay, so let's look at the reading. So I asked you guys to read page 6-ish, 7, and kind of finish that section on page 8. So it wasn't that much. There were a couple sections in here. There's that one, the changing roles. Not all successful high school students are successful college students. And then there's another section that talks about role models and how important they are and how they impact your future. So again, go ahead and grab your notes because I'm not gonna talk. Y'all gonna talk now. So I want you guys to go ahead and talk to each other if you can, or to us, to everybody. So one person has to talk at a time. And tell us a little bit about what you got from this section. Not all successful high school students are successful college students. Let's see. If your mic is working, you can start talking now.
A nice little thing, like I kind of compared from myself. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Is because like the fact that not all like high school students, like good high school students, so it kind of gives me like a chance like to become a good college student.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like I put that in my mind map for now. I thought that was pretty cool, encouraging.
It was glitching a bit. See it? Okay, I'm gonna attempt, maybe I'm wrong, Riley, but I'll attempt to see if I can speak for you. Okay, so I love the idea. Sorry, I'm like awkwardly looking at the computer because I can't see. Okay, so I think what Riley was trying to talk about or say is that college is like a new canvas. Like when you know, maybe you've messed up, or maybe in high school you weren't all that motivated because, I mean, you guys went through a rough patch where you didn't have teachers and it was so hard and you had to almost self-teach. I know Jeremiah came in a little later into the senior year, but for those of you who have been at Julian, it was hard. You know, there were a lot of people who left school, seemed to go off into a, you know, a nicer high school, somewhere where they had more stability, but you guys stuck through it. And it might have felt like nobody really cares about our education, you know. But the good thing, and then I think that's where Riley was going, is that now you're gonna have another chance to prove that you are a good student, that you can achieve success, academic success, of course. So So that's what she got in comparing what the author was talking about with her situation. So let me hear from somebody else from this section, where he talks about not all successful high school students are successful college students. Let's see. Hopefully your mics are working. Go ahead. Anybody can jump in. Just unmute your mic and jump in.
So for me, what I kind of got from it is like kind of the same as Riley with that idea, but then it also went off of like how people have like role conflicts where they like think that they should be one person, but then like at the same time they like work to be another person. Like what he was saying, the author, is that a lot of people with like cultural backgrounds and everything, they call it cultural suicide because like you're acting white, as he said, but like and then they kind of like disengage or like alienate themselves from all the like opportunities that college gives them just because they feel like they're going away from their culture. So he also talked about that. And then the other thing he talked about in changing roles is the idea that like in order to reduce the shock of like college and like all that it provides us is to do like dual enrollment in high school, where like you can take college classes while still in the environment of a high school. So that's what
yeah, and I think that's a lot that a lot of you guys did that and kind of were able to experience what it's like to have the demands of a college course. Yes, it's online, you don't have to sit in a classroom or anything like that, but a lot of your classes sounded hard, so I was almost glad that they weren't like a watered down version of what a college class is. And I feel like I've given you enough about what a syllabus looks like, a real syllabus, what a lower class may look like. I didn't really show you an upper division. It's not too different. Honestly, it goes by the professor's style. But definitely the amount of work that you do in your junior and senior year is nothing like the amount in freshman and sophomore. And sometimes it can be lesser amount just because, or it can feel like it's less because now you're focusing on what you're there for. I know that for me, my last 2 years were super exciting. I was just so ready to get done with GEs and just get started with my focus, my career. It was still hard, but I wanted to learn it because that was the reason why I was there in the first place. See, I didn't know that freshman and sophomore years are dedicated almost exclusively to taking prerequisite classes and GEs. And I was pretty shocked. I was like, what is this? Like math again? English again? I was gonna be an English teacher, but that sort of English class that I was just like, no, like this is high school over again, and I hated it. Of course, nobody had told me that once you pass those, you start your career and everything seems to be better. So it's pretty ignorant at the time. All right, let's do for the next like 5 minutes. Let's do role models, how important they are, and how do you even choose a role model? Like, who do you look up to? I know some of you guys already have some, but knowing that you're going to change roles, you're going to grow older, and maybe the role models that you used to have are changing. So how do they impact your life? Let me go to, I heard from Riley, I heard from Shy. Let me see if I can go to Rosita. And I'm relying on you guys because I know your mics work. So go ahead.
I think role models are really good to have. I guess it's just, people who inspire you and who you look up to that you choose. But yeah, I think it's always great to have that person in mind just because you have, also a little bit more to go off of.
Yeah. Do you have any role models that you look up to?
I mean, like for like being successful in a career. Yeah, my aunt, because she has like 6 different careers, and she's like 30.
Nice.
Because she's worked so hard. It's amazing because to do that much of what she does in such little time. Like, she went from being a registered nurse to a physician to like all these other things, and now she has her own company and everything.
Wow, that
Yeah.
sounds like a good role model. All right, good. Let me hear from Sierra. In terms of the author, so he talks about why it's important to have a role model, and of course, your opinion. What do you think about role models? Should people even have them? I mean, some people go against them and say, no, like, you're your own role model. Like, don't look up at anybody, you know? I know Riley always talks about her sister and how she was a role model. I mean, she probably still is, but it was hard for her because when she didn't kind of like fulfill this idea that maybe she had started, it disappointed her in some ways. But what do you think, Sierra? See if my mic is working. Go ahead.
So, like, the question is, like, do I think that role models are, like, important?
Yeah, because the author, of course, says yes, but I want to hear from you. Yeah. Do you agree or do you disagree with him?
Well, I kind of do, because role models can kind of take all forms. Like, in life, like, my mom, like, I look at as a role model because, like, she got through a lot in life and she was strong enough to do that. And then I look at, like, my great aunt. She kind of is in the field that, like, I want to go to as a career. And I didn't even know I could do something like that. Like, when I was younger, I didn't even think of college or anything like that because no one in my family has. Until I got to know her, and her goals and what she's done with her life has kind of, like, helped me guide that. Like, I'm not trying to be the other person. That's not really what role models are there for. But it's kind of just, like, someone to look up to and, like, have goals for, and realize that, like, kind of you can do it too, especially if you find someone similar to you. Like with my aunt, like, she's doing something similar that I want to do. So yeah, I kind of agree with him.
Good, perfect. That sounds good. It seems like when nobody around us has the same or is working for the same thing, and this is the last thing that we'll touch on because we're running out of time, but when you're in an environment where people are, they have goals, they know what they want to do, they know that they don't want to stay wherever they're at, it kind of pushes you to do the same. Sometimes it can push you to do the opposite, but for the most part, you have that as well. And I agree with Sierra. She didn't really have that in her house, but when she looked elsewhere, she was able to find somebody who she can relate to, who has also been successful. And again, like she said, she won't be that person, but now she has some kind of guidance in terms of what she wants to do. Okay, so we're going to leave it here. Thank you all so much for contributing. It was a little harder with these technical difficulties, but I just wanted to share with you guys, you have homework for Monday, and that's to do one international, so not national, not local, one international current event, and that's already posted in your class plans, which again, it's on your Google Classroom, so you no longer have to go to the website. I don't think I recorded the meeting. So if anybody has contact with, well, I know they'll contact me.
You're recording it.
I was?
You are recording it.
I am. Okay. Oh, there it is. Of course. Thanks. I can't see anything.